Jim Rogers， 全球财经媒体与商学院争相关注与学习的人物。70年代 ，Jim Rogers 与投资大师索罗斯共创量子基金，10年创下获利超过40倍的纪录。1980年，37岁的 Jim Rogers 宣布退休，开始边旅行边投资的人生哲学。如果你是投资新手，最重要的第一步是什么呢？投资高手 Jim Rogers 要点出你最容易犯的投资错误。
The pitfall is to follow the conventional wisdom, to do what everybody else is doing. Nobody's ever been successful at fashion or art or politics or writing or anything by doing what everybody else does, by following the crowd. You have to do it your own way or figure out what's really happening. So the main pitfall is to do what everybody else does or to believe what everybody else says. If you're going to be a successful investor or successful in anything, you should only rely and invest in what you yourself know a lot about. You know a lot about something, whatever it is, whether it's cars or hairstyle, whatever it is. You know a lot about something, and everybody knows a lot about something. They should only invest in things they themselves know a lot about. Now, maybe they should do more homework. Don't do anything until you find something that you yourself know a lot about and know is successful. Otherwise, do nothing. And that's a pitfall. Everybody thinks they've got to be investing all the time. No, no, no. Most successful investors do nothing most of the time. They wait until they have something where it's right.
大家一定很好奇，为什么 Jim Rogers 这么擅长投资，并且在短时间内理财致富？成功投资人 Jim Rogers 到底具备什么样的特质，让投资不失误？
Maybe it's because I'm curious. Maybe it's because I'm skeptical. Probably because I'm intensely curious about what's going on in the world. I want to know what's happening in the world. It's exciting to me. I don't know much about football. I don't know much about fashion. I could care less about football or fashion. But what's exciting to me is the world and what's happening in the world. But I'm also terribly skeptical. I've learned enough not to believe what the politicians tell you about anything. I've learned to be skeptical of the press. If something is in the press, you should try to figure out what's really happening, not what the press says, because they often don't understand what's really happening. I guess skepticism and curiosity have been, if I've had any success, those have been two attributes.
Jim Rogers 说，投资不盲从，投资你懂的产业。更重要的是，你必须广泛阅读国内外观点，整体思考后再自己做判断。
What do I read? I read as much as I can. The more international publications you read, the better. If you live in Taiwan, it's wonderful to read about Taiwan and Taiwan publications, but you're probably better off reading other publications from other countries as well, so that you understand more about what's happening in the world. And it will also help you understand Taiwan better if you understand and read what people outside the world are saying. There was an English poet named Rudyard Kipling. He wrote a poem once called The English Flag. And in that poem, he has two lines which say, "What can he know of England who only England knows?" In other words, you'll know a lot more about England if you spend time outside of England. And it's true of Taiwan. You'll know a lot more about Taiwan if you spend time outside of Taiwan. Australia, America, doesn't matter where it is, you get the perspective and the different grounding if you spend time outside, away from your own country, or if you read publications from outside your own country. It helps give you a better perspective on your country and the rest of the world. But if you can't think for yourself, you shouldn't be investing anyway. I said before, don't follow the crowd. Don't do what other people tell you to do. Make your own decisions. I know it's not. Of course it is. You think it's easy getting rich? Oh, it ain't easy getting rich. If you think it's easy getting rich, you've been reading the wrong magazines. No, you've been definitely reading the wrong magazines if you think it's easy getting rich, for goodness sakes.
要变有钱不容易，但是如果你遵循大师的投资法则，要变有钱就容易多了。最后，我们来参考一下 Jim Rogers 目前的投资组合是什么。
New investments that I'm making these days only go into China and Taiwan. I own Japanese shares. I own shares in Singapore. I own things in other countries. So any new money that I'm investing that goes into stocks only goes into China and to Taiwan. Well, that's not quite exact. I have bought recently some international airlines. But other than that, it's the only new countries where I've been investing. The only new country is Taiwan. And the new money in shares has been going mainly into China and into Taiwan these days. But I have money in a lot of other places, a lot of other countries. Just I'm not putting new money into those places.
投资高手 Jim Rogers 给投资人的第一步建议就是不盲从，以好奇心和怀疑的态度来观察世界趋势后，再自己思考判断投资目标，这就是投资成功最重要的第一步。